I got 7 more. So let's start with story number 7, reported by Pippa News. These people, man. So there's a bride and groom in India, because it's always, most of the stuff that happens in India, China, and Florida. That's just kind of how it seems to be.
Yeah, hotspots.
Hotspots. Yeah. So these two are in India, and they signed a prenuptial agreement on their wedding day, and video footage of them signing that thing went viral. And so my first question for you is, why did footage of a new married couple signing a prenup go viral?
Oh man, I mean, who doesn't love a good contract negotiation live?
So entertaining.
Yeah, yeah. It is. I mean, obviously, we're from the world of wrestling. We've seen contract negotiations not too dissimilar from prenups turn violent. We've seen physicality. We've seen tables get turned over. So I assume this is just a big, as they like to call it, a scrum. I think that the families couldn't agree on anything, and a big brawl broke out. A referee showed up. A title belt was somehow introduced to the situation. That's my guess. I say just extreme violence, Jimmy.
They brought out Adam Pearce.
Yeah, exactly. He made it a 6-man. Absolutely.
Well, it went viral because they agreed to stipulations like ordering only 1 pizza per month and going to the gym every day. We've got the video from it. Joel, put up that video. So here they are signing it. It also stated that late night parties are allowed, but only with each other. And you have to take a good picture every day. And shopping trips must take place every 15 days. Gee, I wonder if the bride or the groom came up with that one.
Oh my god. Is that can't be a real prenup. That's like one of those gimmick checks that you win from Publishers Clearinghouse. That's not a real prenup.
Well, for his sake, I hope it's not a real prenup. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I hope he brought his lawyer to that. And his lawyer's like, yeah, okay, so I can assure you this is not a legally binding contract right here. I think that's cute though. When you're young and you're getting married, you like to have idealistic thoughts. Like, we're gonna go to the gym every day.
Right.
We're going to take cute pictures every day. The thing is, getting married, you get older. You start to look worse, Jimmy. And
yes.
And all the pictures in the world aren't going to save that. They got filters these days, so maybe they're thinking that's going to help them.
See, and I'm talking to the right guy, because you're married like I am. You got kids like I am. You and I are on the same wavelength when it comes to this stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
And here's a question I have to ask you, because you are a married man. Did you sign a prenuptial agreement, or did it even come up in conversation?
What am I going to sign a prenup for? I'm a wrestling podcaster, Jimmy. Get out of here with that. I got nothing to get. What am I going to have? My toy belt, my toy collection? No, I didn't sign a prenup. I was even more broke when I got married than I am now. So there would have been nothing. I'd been like, you want to sign a prenup? Fine. You get half of nothing.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. So when I was getting married, I wanted to do a prenup because I'd made a couple of bucks prior to meeting my wife. And,
Sure.
I just wanted to protect myself. But I didn't know, how the hell do you bring this up in conversation?
Oh,
and
yeah.
when you know, my wife's father was the one that insisted that she do a prenup.
Wow.
Even though my wife's father doesn't have a ton of assets. But I think in his mind, he thought to himself, well, whatever I have, he's not getting my shit if something goes wrong.
Wow. Yeah.
So she came to me and she said, hey, Dad wants us to do a prenup. And I had to hide my excitement.
Yeah, saved you the awkward conversation. Like, sitting there eating a pizza, there's a good Seinfeld rerun on. Do you want a prenup?
Right. And matter of fact, I might have even melted like I was offended. You want to do what? What is this you want to do?
You're putting this on YouTube. This is revelations right now. Does your wife watch your content? Is she going to be watching this? Be like, wait a second, I didn't know this. Get the prenup out.
I'm going to see if I can IP block this one.
That's a good idea. Renegotiation of the prenup.
All right, let's go to story number 6, reported by Fox 11 LA. Oh, these people. So an armed gunman robbed a Boost Mobile store in broad daylight in Culver City, California. You're in California. Do you know where Culver City is?
Oh, I used to live in LA. So, I mean, kind of. Yeah, I'm way north of that now. But yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Well, he robbed the Boost Mobile, and it didn't take long for police to catch this guy. So my question for you is, how did he get caught?
Oh, man, he tossed the batteries out of those cell phones that he robbed. That's lesson number 1. If you're watching 24 or The Shield or any episode of Dateline, you got to get rid of that cell phone battery.
Interesting. Well, in his case, 2 things happened. The first thing was he dropped a set of keys to the getaway car at the crime scene. That was number
Oh.
one. And number two, he was wearing an anchor monitor because he was out on parole. We got the
Oh.
video from the incident. This is courtesy of the Culver City Police Department and Fox 11. Joel, put that up. There he is there, walking into the
Oh, man,
store.
look at that.
He's got a black semi-automatic handgun. He
Yeah.
walked away with a cool, hard $500 cash.
Oh, all that for $500. That's so he did get caught. I'm sorry. I thought you said
Yes.
he didn't get caught.
No,
Oh,
he
man.
did get
Yeah.
caught. Yeah, he
Well,
did
no,
get
clearly
caught.
he had to take that battery out of the ankle monitor then, man. That's just like a cell phone. You got to watch Dateline 24 and The Shield to know these things.
This guy, I guess he's not watching enough TV because he's too busy robbing shit, I guess.
I get he's looking for the most lucrative Boost mobiles, and all he could find is one that had $500 cash. My
Well,
goodness.
because he dropped the keys to the getaway car, the cops found the car, and wouldn't you know, his clothes are in the car.
Oh,
The
yeah.
money that he stole from the Boost Mobile is in the car.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other shit in the car. And then, as I said, he had an ankle monitor on because he was out on parole for doing another robbery. His name is 37-year-old Lawrence Bell, and
Oh,
so
Lawrence.
he's going to do some prison time again. So let me ask you: have you ever? I'll start with this. Have you ever had your vehicle stolen?
No, but I have had 2 lawnmowers stolen. This is true. And this is, you know what? I'm not the smartest guy in the world. It's probably why I'm a wrestling podcaster and not like a data analyst or something. But back like 10 years ago, my lawnmower was on the fritz. So I went out and I bought a new one. And no, it wasn't on the fritz. It got stolen because I left it in the front yard because I was like, nobody's going to take this old ass lawnmower. But it still worked. And
Was it
then
a push mower?
No,
A
it was-
push
no,
mower or
it
a
was
riding
a-
mower?
No, it was a gas one. It was a push mower.
A push mower. Okay.
Yeah, somebody took it. You know, hey, if I'm helping contribute to their burgeoning landscaping business, then I'm okay with that, I guess. So they took that one. So the next day, I went down to the Home Depot or the Lowe's or whatever. I got myself another Sears. Got myself another one, and I left it in the back of my SUV that night. They stole it out of the back of my SUV. 2 lawnmowers in 2 days stolen. I wrote up a police report. I never heard back because they're like, this guy's too stupid. He's like somebody who's going to steal from a Boost Mobile for $500 and lose their car keys.
Amazing. So, do you think the same guy stole both lawnmowers?
It's entirely possible. Lawrence Bell. I got to write this down. Lawrence
Yeah,
Bell.
Google it. Yeah, Lawrence
Yeah,
Bell.
see if I can do a 23andMe check on him. See if maybe his DNA was left on my lawnmower. Yeah, I don't know. You know, maybe he just took the name of the store a little too literally, Jimmy. Boost Mobile. You can't
Boost
be going around
Mobile.
boosting things.
It's like they're welcoming it. They're saying, "Come
on in. You
Come
can boost
in.
whatever you want."
You know, I did a story on this podcast a while back about a guy that stole a push mower from somebody, but before he did, he mowed their lawn.
I didn't get the benefit of that.
Wow, they didn't even give you that courtesy.
Small front yard. I was just out there trying to get some exercise. I like doing yard work because it's a decent form of exercise. And I was ready to do a little bit more the next day, but they boosted my lawnmower.
Wow. Why
Yeah.
would somebody, and you said it was kind of like an old, not working great lawnmower?
I think it was working fine. Yeah, it wasn't anything special. But you know, people out in that was my old house out there, and there was like sort of a walkway to a park, and there was all sorts. I found a bullet out there once. Yeah, it wasn't the best. It was sort of adjacent to not the best area because it was a decent little area. But then, you know, some riffraff would come over, steal a lawnmower, steal a second lawnmower, and then hightail it back to
Wow.
their area. Yeah.
What are you going to get for an old lawnmower, for a used lawnmower? Like, are they going to siphon the gas out of it?
I don't know. I honestly think they're probably like, hey, you know what? We got 2 lawnmowers now. That's a business. That's a landscaping business.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
Yeah.
it'd be awesome if they had to ring your doorbell like a week later and ask you
Mhm.
if they could cut your lawn for $20 and
Right.
you're like, I know that unit. I know
Yeah.
that machine.
Well, I don't like the awkward conversation, like in a prenup conversation. So I wouldn't say anything. I'd just be like,
You
yeah,
wouldn't say
sure. I'll give you
nothing.
$25. Can you mow my lawn? I know it was you, but can you just mow it, please? I don't even want the thing anymore.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I click the subscribe button. You really should too. If you like videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, subscribe now.